What's up, guys? It's your boy Fix It Daniel, and today we got our car back. Not in the way that we wanted our car back, but we did get our car back. So I'm going to explain to you guys why my car did not get fixed the way that I wanted it to, or even at all. So let us get into it. Thank you for watching, guys. If you guys have not seen my stuff, please go down, like, and subscribe. But our Cadillac is back. Our Cadillac's back, but it's not fixed. And I'm going to explain to you why, and I'm okay with the reason why it is not fixed. We're going to explain the reason why it didn't get fixed while I was on my whole entire vacation for a week. And if you guys have not seen that video, go down and check it out and give me some likes and let me know what you think of that one. But today we're going to be talking about this car. So guys, we basically are not going to be doing anything to the timing chain. I had this car in the shop to get some timing chain work done because in the morning it rattles a little bit, but as it's running, it doesn't do it anymore. And you can even hear it. It's fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave it alone for right now. We are going to let it ride. And as we've got, so the thing is that we have great oil pressure, and the oil pressure is what's keeping the tensioner set. And now that we get that, we have that, we're going to leave it alone because everything is good on that part. As long as we don't lose oil pressure, the oil pump doesn't go bad, we should be fine. And who knows, maybe later down the road, maybe another year or so, we may have to reconvene this and get this done. Or maybe we'll take it to my dad up north and have his buddies work on it if we really want to go ahead and start getting it once the chains and everything starts getting a little bit more looser. But for right now, we're going to leave it alone. We're going to just drive the car as it is. But let's get in the car and I'll talk to you more about it. Okay, guys, so we are in the car. So basically, I'm gonna do my best in explaining. So now we're driving now. So basically, I got the car into the shop before I went on my trip to get the timing chain done. Like I said, in the morning, it was rattling a little bit. You know, it makes a little grrr noise and then it goes right away. So this was kind of more preventative maintenance. It didn't need to be done, but I wanted the car to be perfect and I wanted it to be right and everything like that. So that's what I did. But so after I got that taken care of, and you know, the guy was cool. You know, he told me the price, what he was gonna do. He went and got the part, and well, he didn't get the parts. He was ordering the parts, making sure everything was good. So he went through all that, and then he was trying to find the tool. So everything, there's a tool that's on the back of the cam. It's like a bar with two hoops where it holds both of the cams. So basically, what it was doing is holds that in position, so that way when you take off the timing chain, it doesn't move on you. So he was trying to find that, but couldn't find it. He was trying to find it from the forum or the whatever manual he was looking for. He couldn't find it from that or from the Cadillac. Every time he find one, it wouldn't fit. So he was gonna go ahead and research it a little longer. And then I told him, you know what? We both were in agreement. He said, look, he told me, hey, you know what? It's not really that bad. All you have is the rattling noise. The car runs fine. It's smooth. It's no rough idling, no nothing. So he says that all you have is that little rattling noise. And that rattling noise is from the tensioners. So this chain has tensioners on it, and they're tight already because when you replace them, they're kind of like they're in, and then when you pull the pin, they extend out, you know, giving tightness to the chain to hold it in place. Well, the oil pressure is pushed behind the tensioner, giving it more tension on the actual chain. So in the morning, that pressure of the oil is not there immediately. So now, so the only time it's there is when you start the car. Immediately you start the car, the oil pressure gets right back up to the top and gets it on the chains, and then it goes away. So it's just a little bit of a distraction. I mean, it's a little bit of a, not a really distraction, but just a little bit of a I guess hindrance, I guess you'd say. When it starts in the morning, it makes that rattling noise. So the guy was understandable, and I was understanding too. I knew exactly what it was. I told him that that's what I thought it was the tensioners. He agreed, yeah, it's the tensioners. You don't have the oil pressure up top right away when you start the car. So, but he said, I've heard people that have driven cars like this and they can drive the car for forever, as long as you got good oil pressure, and you have really good oil pressure. So he says, as long as your oil pump is giving you great adamant oil pressure, you should be fine. Now, maybe later down the road, we'll probably go ahead and get it fixed, because I really want this thing to be perfect. I don't want it to rattle or whatever. But for right now, we're going to leave it alone. We're going to enjoy the car and fix other stuff on the car. Maybe later down the road, when, maybe a year or so, if we get that far with this, as long as they're holding up, maybe go ahead and say, you know what, I think we've had this long enough. I want to go ahead and get the car right. I want to go ahead and get the chain tensioners done. Now, I think there's probably a way where you can take the cover off and hold the chain in position just enough to change the tensioners. I really feel like there's a way you could do that, but I don't know for sure. I mean, because I get it, if you take those chain tensioners out, you lose slack in the chain. But what if you tied the chain off to something to keep it tight while you change the actuators, and then change the actuators and pull the pin, and then boom, now you got some new ones. I don't see why that would be a big problem, but that's okay. We won't try that, because that's a lot of work in itself. We still got to take everything off. We got to take everything apart. We got to take the cover off to get access to the actuators, or to the tensioners. So if you're going to do all that, you might as well go and do the chain and everything else. So we're not going to do that. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to, treat the car right. We're going to get the oil changed when it needs to be done, which is due pretty soon. Actually, no, we got a little while. We still got a few thousand miles left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my best to keep this oil clean, so that way there's no issues. Hopefully there's no issues with the pump not working right. So every time it needs an oil change, which will be coming up soon for an oil change, we will get it changed out. We'll get it changed like it's properly done, the right type of oil, viscosity, everything, weight, all that stuff. We're going to try and make sure that we treat this car really right, so that way there's no issues, and hopefully everything will be okay. So so that's what we're going to do. We're just going to treat the car right and do what we need to do to keep it running. So we'll move on to other stuff. Like, I want to get the backup sensors working. I got the new modules for that. I just got to take it in and get it programmed. And I want to take care of the wheel sensor in the left rear. That keeps going in and out and causing it to give pressure and then take away pressure. Or indicating. So I'm just going to I want to get those two things fixed, and then go on with other stuff maintenance wise in the car. Like, we do have one maintenance thing that we got to do, that we have to get home. It's really simple. It's really easy. I pulled up the code, and there's a code for it. So we'll probably take care of that. It should take no time at all. It's just it's a power clip, that gives it power. And then there's a evaporator hose, and then a bolt holding it in place right on the throttle body. So we'll get that taken care of, and then we'll go from there. But like I said, there's a lot of other things that needs to be done on the car that make it run a lot better, and I'm definitely going to try my best to get into doing that. So that's what we're going to be doing. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the car. I mean, that's pretty much what we're gonna do. That's pretty much what happened. I know I said I talked in the last video, we're getting the timing chain done. I was super excited, but I saved myself quite a bit of money by waiting. And my father-in-law's mechanic guy said the exact same thing. He said, you should be fine as long as you got good oil pressure. Is when you lose oil pressure is when you start worrying. So since we got good adamant oil pressure, the oil pump seems to be pumping it perfectly. The best thing we can do is keep the oil change, keep it clean, change it when it needs to be changed, and we'll go from there. So that's what we're going to be doing to keep this car running, the motor running right, and everything else, and we'll just focus on other things. So But right now we're gonna head back to the house so we can work on the little issue I have with the code. We'll pull it up on the computer to make sure it's still there, and if it's still there, we're gonna replace the part. So let us get back to the house. Hey guys, so we are back at the car. We got the car on the tuner, the top done, and we're going to basically just see if this little code thing is still there. It's didn't come up on there like that would come up. It was just something that I noticed the car was driving kind of rough, so I put it on the computer and to see if there was any codes, and there was one. So we're gonna check and see if it's still there. I haven't reset the car's computer or anything. I'm just going to do a diagnosis right off the bat and kind of go from there. Let's see. Let's go back. Cancel. Let's see. Let's go home. Okay. Cadillac. So we're just going to check it and see if there's any codes still. It should still be there. But if it is there, we're going to fix the problem. I already have the part. So we're definitely going to be taking care of it. So if it's still there. So before we do that, we're just going to check it and make sure it's still there. So manual, Cadillac, 2008 is an STS. It does have navigation. And we're just going to stay with that. And then we'll do let's do a health report. So we'll scan it, we'll do a health report, which is engine control module. It's not the engine control module, it's something with the engine accessory. It's not the engine control module itself, it's actually something else. So don't let that alarm you. It's something else actually. I can't remember the name of it, but I already bought the part because it was the only thing that it was calling for. It's like a purge. I think it's like an Evap Purge valve, something, but it goes on top of the throttle body. I can't remember the exact name, but we'll find out in a sec exactly what is the exact name. So we'll let this thing do its thing, and then we will check it out. 100% now, and let's see what the engine control module says it is. Let's see, it's refault codes, display, and okay. So it is the Evap emissions that was giving us a leak. It's a P0 P0455, and it's basically, there's an Evap module that sits on top of where the throttle body is. So it's still calling it that the system is leaking detected. It's not the gas cap, because normally I get a little signal up front that says check gas cap. So it's not that. So we will pull up that code and we'll see what it is. Alright guys, so we're back. So a P0455 for Cadillac STS. It says that the engine computer has detected the Evap emission control module malfunctioned. So basically what we have is a leak on that, and then the module for that let's see if I can find the part. Hold on. It is pretty much this little piece right there sitting on top. That is the Evap Purge solenoid valve. That's what the code is calling for. So that's what we're going to be replacing, and I'll show you on the car, so that way you can get a better idea of what it is. Okay guys, so we're back. So this is it right here. This is the Evap control valve that's saying that it's leaking pressure, or it's leaking. So we're going to replace this. It's really simple, just a bolt a clip and this little clip here. Undo everything, replace it, put it back in. We should be good to go. So that's what we're going to be replacing right now. So, okay guys, we found it. I had it inside. So, that's the part right there. So take it over to the car. Make sure we get the same fitting. So, yep. Bolt there, just plugs in, plug on top, snaps in, get it all replaced. So we're gonna start taking that out, but let's kill the battery first. So you know me, I like to clear all the power out of it, and this will actually help clear the codes as well. So, all right. So we're gonna pull power. Okay. All right, there we go. Power's off. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump it. So, let's see if I can do this one-handed. All right, so we got one here and one there. All right, I'm gonna leave those jumped out while we mess with this. So, do the first thing, pull this off. This one's pretty easy. Snap off, put to the side, clip off, put to the side, and we'll go get this bolt. This probably looks like a 10. Let's see if I got one in here. All right, guys, we're back. So this is a 10 millimeter. We're just gonna crack this off. I'm just gonna take this 10 millimeter off. Set that to the side and just slowly pull this out. There we go. Looks pretty dirty. Could be original. Could be OE, maybe not. But we're gonna go get our new one. Get our new one here. And we're just gonna pop it on there. Actually, let us get some, let's get some grease on this real quick. Sorry, here, look. So we're gonna put this nut back on and tighten this back up. Just get this going back in here. This is the first mod, or the first fix that I've done on this car. So more and more to come. So, sorry, I'm trying to do this one-handed. Just gotta get this socket wrench on there. Here we go. The socket wrench. We're just gonna tighten it. Just get it nice and snug. Nothing crazy, just a little snug. Boom. Then we're gonna take our piece. Let's get a rag and wipe that off real quick. So we're gonna get this thing and see how dirty it is. Just gonna wipe that off real quick. I don't think it'll do much of anything, but all right. So take this, stick it back on. Power. I'm gonna get some dielectric grease. I like putting dielectric grease on the new stuff. So let's see. There we go. Let's get the dielectric grease. Just like putting a little bit on there, just to make sure we got some good contacting. That's good. We'll just take our plug, stick it right on in there. Boom. That's it. Now we'll go and put the power back onto it, and then we'll be good. All right, guys. So first mod done. Got that in there replaced. Hopefully that'll get rid of the check engine light. We will find out once we get all the power to it. Let it run. Maybe take it for a spin. See if that fixes it. While it's running, we'll see if the code comes back up. So right now, take these leads off. Hold on a second, we're back. Okay, guys, we are back. We're gonna get everything buttoned up. All right. Alright, and let me put my hands, we'll come back because I gotta hit the button as moment as I hit this power on here, so I don't have my stand with me right now, so we will button this up and we'll be right back. Okay, guys, we're back. It did not go off, which is kind of interesting, so that's kind of cool. So now we are going to put this cover back on. So we're going to take this power steering fluid cap off, as well as the oil cap. This goes right back on this little prop. And then we just put this back on, put that back on, and then we'll close the hood and start the car and check it out. So, oops. All right, let's check this out. Let you get the car started. All right, let's get this started. Okay. I'm just gonna put this on the computer. As soon as I can find the switchy. All right. Switch is up. Car is running. Gonna check these real quick. See if we killed this light. This plug. So when we get to the part where we're gonna see the thing, we'll come right back. Okay, guys, we're back. We're about 50% into this thing coming up. We're gonna check and see if I fixed the problem, and we should be good to go. Should be no more issues after that. So we'll give it a whirl and see what happens, and hopefully everything will be fine. I know there was like a difference in like throttle like the throttle was a little hesitant, so I'm wondering if that was the issue. Just a little bit, wasn't terrible, but we're gonna see if this will kill the that code. Since we cleared the computer and everything we're supposed to do, car's running while we're checking it, so it's doing like a live check. So we'll check and see if this is going to fix it. All right, we're at 100%. Let's see if we have any codes. Ooh, oh, there it is. Look, engine module code, green, no issues. No issues. We only have 2, which this one's interesting. This one's interesting here. Why is this one coming up? Let's see, refault code, display. Interesting. Phone gateway module malfunction. I'm not stressing about that. We can clear that. I'm not even gonna stress about that. That's not even phone gateway module. That's this something in here with the phone gateway thing. I'm not even stressing that. Why? I don't know why that's even coming up for that phone gateway. Really? All right. No big whoop there. Read fault code. Oh, hold on. Clear fault codes. Yes, I'm sure. Successful. Go back home. Yeah, that was no big deal there. This one, I think it's something to do with the airbag sensor. I'm not quite for sure on that. Not the greatest person in reading these code information, but let's see, current. Let's see if we got any. Yeah, internal electronic performance 1 communication fault. Not quite for sure what these are, but let's see if we can clear them. Still have them. I'm not for sure what these are. Not quite for sure. Maybe it has something to do with the backup sensors not working. I don't know. It's the same thing. It's been going on for a while. I'm not quite for sure what those are. Maybe we can take them to the dealership and let them figure it out. But the morally part is that that part is taken care of. So we are good to go. Good to go. And just like that, guys, we are done. Everything is fixed and done on the car. We're going to take it out for a spin, see how it runs, but I'm pretty sure that's going to fix it because it's completely gone. So now the car should run a little bit more better, maybe better throttle response, everything. Because you know how those things go, especially with this car being with a lot of computers. One thing goes down, it starts messing with everything else, and then goes from there. But we got the car back. We're just going to enjoy it. We're going to wait on doing the timing chain a little later until it starts acting up really bad, or maybe we'll just take it up to my father-in-law up north and let his buddy work on it, and then we can get it all done and taken care of and be all good to go. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Please go down and like, subscribe, and check me out. Follow me, please, and hopefully we'll get to 1,000. We'll see what that journey happens when we get there. I know I keep saying it because we're getting so close. We are so close to hitting 1,000 subscribers, and I'm super awesome happy with that. We might do a live when we get kind of close. Maybe do a live version, just wait until it hits 1,000, and then hopefully someone will be that 1,000 person to be on there, and we can shout your name out or whatever. So I'm super happy to see when that comes. But guys, thank you so much for watching. You guys have a good weekend, and I'll see you on the next fix. Until then, peace.